Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. I am Aditya, co-founder of Garchi, and today I am here to cover another interesting topic, which is atomic design in Laravel framework. So without any further ado, let's begin. So in the previous video, we did the atomic design in Nuxt. Rather, it was the atomic design in Vue using Nuxt. And in this video, we are going to follow the same concept, but we are going to do it for Laravel framework or in the Laravel framework. So if you are new to Laravel, Laravel is the PHP web framework. It is used to design amazing web applications, and it's super popular, super amazing framework. Like even I use it a lot in my lots of like heavily in my projects. So please do give it a try. It's really amazing. And okay, so let's see what is atomic design first. So atomic design is nothing but if you are from chemistry background or if you have some chemistry base, then there you know that there's atoms, molecules, organisms. So in the same way in web development, we have atomic design where atoms are nothing but the HTML elements or tags like inputs, buttons, links, anchor tags, image tags, which cannot be divided any further. So let's take example here. Now, if you see this documentation is a anchor tag. So if I go to the code here, so if you see this is an anchor tag. So this anchor tag is one atom. Similarly, this SVG is one atom. This another SVG logo is another atom. So there are like several atoms. Now atoms by themselves, they cannot function, so they need to combine and form a molecule. So molecule is nothing but combination of atoms. Here molecule can be this SVG plus this anchor tag plus this paragraph. So all in one like all this one thing can be a molecule. Next comes the organism, where molecules combine together and form the organism. So this document section, this Laracast section, this Laravel news sections, this vibrant ecosystem, these are all molecules. When they combine together, they form organism. And then we have templates, but as we are not in the front end framework, so in Laravel, we go straight to the page. So after generally there's a template where organisms come together to form templates, but we will go to the page section where organisms come together to form the page. So we have atoms, molecules, organisms, and the page. So all these organisms, like this entire section plus this Laravel logo plus this thing, everything combined together to form a page. So atoms combine to form molecule, molecule combines to form organism, organism to combine to form page. And the other thing is we also have headers and footers in the our website. So if you see there is a nav bar, there's a footer. So nav bar and footer can also be considered as one organism, because footer has those social media icons and then some links and everything. So these are molecules which are having atoms. So atoms combine molecules and they are now organism. This might be a bit confusing to understand, but we will see once we dive into the code. The next thing we need to see is the pros and cons of it. So the pros are pretty much that when you have the atomic design, if suppose I want to change the color of this documentation links, suppose from white I have to do black or say blue. In that case, I don't want to go in every section of the code wherever it is and change it, because that would be super, like it could be super cumbersome, and it would be like consistency might get lost, especially if you have like 50 or 100 locations where you need to change the code. So in that case, we just have one file, which is our atoms or molecules where we want to change, and there we just change it, and that's it. It's consistent all over the website. So that's the first pros of atomic design. The second pro is that, of course, you have the consistency, plus it's super flexible. So you can combine the atoms however you like and change the positions however you like, and you can have the play around with your web layout very easily. So that's the very like a plus point about it. The cons, the only cons I can see for now, after reading certain articles, is that you need to see like take care of lots of files. So, which is okay, like it's organized, it's structures, it's just about your viewpoint. Like someone might find like I have to make 6 different files for just one small card, rather I can do it in one file. So it depends how you look at it. So that's all about the atomic design in theory. Now let's dive into the code and let's see how we can structure this Laravel page or break it down and have it structured like an atomic design way. So if you are new to Laravel, when you go to the resources folder in the welcome, the views in the welcome.blade.php, it gives you the default page, which is the welcome page. Like every framework has their own welcome page. Same Laravel has its own welcome page. So we'll just refactor this code. So if I start, like then we have one link. So this is our one atom. So I go back again here. So this logo is one atom. This link is another atom. Each SVG icon. So this 4 plus 2, 6. 6 SVGs can become another atoms. So 6 plus 2, 8. So we have in all 8 atoms. So let's make those atoms. And also we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So we can have those molecules combined together. So let's go step by step. So let's start with atom and then we'll go to molecules. So in Vue or in React, as you know, there are components, or even in Angular, like in front-end frameworks, there are components. In Laravel, there are blade components. These are server-side rendered, and if you have used include before in Laravel or even in PHP, that is required. So something like that. These things are, you can consider them as a piece of code getting substituted on your HTML. So we will see how to render them, how to use them. So let's first create a component. So I'm going to have so the components are created in the component folder. So each component has a blade file and the backend PHP file. So I'm going to say PHP artisan make component, and I will need atoms. So all my atoms will come in this folder, and I will have first atom as a link. So this will create the link. So if I go to my project and if I go to views, then components, here you see link.blade.php. Also in HTTP view components atoms, we have link.php. So let's open it up and let's copy this link from here. So this anchor tag, just one. And now we will go here in this link.blade.php and paste it over here. So if you see, this underline class is common almost in every link. So we will keep it as it is. And here we will have our own props. So we will say $href, and we can just remove this. And what we will do is, in Vue, you know that there is bind, which has where we can put attributes of that HTML element. In the same way, for Laravel Blade Components, we have attributes, which is a special variable. So we will say, instead of having this class underline like this, we will have $attributes, and this will merge all the attributes that we pass with our default attribute of class underline. Okay, so this will be there, and here inside, instead of documentation, what we can do is we can take it as a text, or we can say another special variable slot. So in Vue we have slot tag, in here we have slot, $slot as a variable. So whatever we write inside our component, which will be our link component, that will come over here. As we are having the prop of href, so we'll just have it as a public property here. So we'll say public $href, and that will, as it's coming as a prop, so I'll just come it over here, href, and I will say this href equal to $href. So whatever href I passed on my tag will come and get assigned over here, which will be then passed over here. So that's all about the basic logic of the Laravel Blade components. So once that's done, now let's create the components for the SVGs. So for SVGs, as such, we don't need any backend file. So we can straight away create the Blade files and just attach those SVGs over there. So what I'm going to do, I'll go here inside atoms, I'll say new file, and I will say SVG So I'll say logo dot. So once we have this, now let's put all our SVGs here. So let's start with the logo. So the logo will be somewhere here, this one. So let's copy the logo like this, and let's go over here and paste the logo here. Then we can say logo SVG like this, logo SVG, and let's just comment out from now. And then we have another SVG here. So let's copy this. This will go in our doc SVG. Then we have another, okay. Then we have another over here. So this will be our Laracast SVG. So let's go to cam over here. And then we have another SVG over here. This will be our Earth SVG. Oh, sorry, message SVG actually. And then we have the Earth SVG, which is this one. This will go in the Earth section. And then we have our cards and heart. So first is the card. So let's go in the cart here. Let's paste it. And the heart. So let's paste it over here. Now we have all our SVGs. Now if you see that logo is a kind of molecule in itself because it has its own div. So let's now create the let's start creating the molecules. So first we will need the molecules, and then what I could do is I can create the same way like I did. I can just create the blade file, but for the card I will just create like this. So I will have the card because we will need the molecule for card, and then inside that what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go here inside components, molecules, and I'm going to say new file, logo.blade.php. And what I'm going to do, I'll just copy this thing here. And now if I want that logo to come over here, I will simply say x atoms dot svg and our logo, and just like this. And then I can then substitute here our logo. I will say x molecules dot logo. That's it. And let's see if it loads properly. Okay, class or view component molecule. Oh, sorry, molecules. It should be molecules, not molecule. Molecules. So let's give a refresh, and our logo is there. So as you see, like if we just are dealing with the front end files, and if we are not passing any props or anything, then we don't need the backend file in that case, because you can also pass the props in your this logo by saying something like @props, and then you can pass them after this. So this is like just a front end file. So once we have our logo, now let's have the card thing sorted out. So if you see, like this is one organism. So it starts from here. This section, card section, is an organism. So we'll deal with that later. Actually, just before here, till here actually. So we'll deal with that later. But before that, let's now separate the cards. So the card thing starts from here, so it goes till here, then here, then here. So this is one card thing. So let's copy this one now from here. Let's paste it over here with the formatter over like this. And now if you see, I can either make 4 different sections for 4 different cards, or I can have one card section and then I can have a slot variable here, and then I can just play around with it. But the best thing to do is to just play around with it. So I'm going to say here $attributes. I'm going to merge those attributes with class p of 6, and then we don't need this, and then whatever attributes come of class or other things will come in this attribute, and this thing we will remove it from here, and we will say, oh sorry, like this $slot. Okay, so this will be our card. Now if I go to welcome.blade.php, now all I need to do is just substitute this with our so we'll do it in a different when we deal with the organism, where we will do that over there. So this is our card. Now let's do for the organism. So this will be, so let's see, this starts from here, goes all the way till here, so this one can be our one organism. Okay, so what we will do is we will create card section organism, and we'll just put each one of this over there one by one. So now let's go here, let's say organism, and we will say card section. Okay, so this will create our organism over there. And now what we could do, we can just copy this code, go to this organism, card organism section, and just paste it over here. Now the other thing we can do here is, now each thing of this we can substitute with our card. So let's start from here. So our first card is x molecules dot card, and as we are writing inside our card, we can have the slots like this. So we can now get our code of this card. So all of this over here, and we can then remove this thing. So now this is our one card. So if you see this SVG, we can substitute now. So this SVG will become our x atoms dot SVG, and it was for doc. So this is our SVG doc, and this href we can also substitute this. So we can say that x atoms dot link href equal to, and this will be our href, the first one. And also we will have class. So as underline is already there, so we just have to copy the class from here like this, and we can then say documentation, and this we can close it over here like this. So like this actually, and we don't need this then. So we have this tag, we have this. So if you see, we can also make this one as our molecule. So we can have like card heading as a molecule, and then we can combine it however we like. So let's because then the card will be our one molecule in itself, sorry, organism in itself. So we'll just keep it for this level. We won't for simplicity we'll keep it till this level, but of course we can break it down further. So like this thing, we can make it as a separate molecule over here. So this becomes our one card. So this is one, then this is one, and also we can paste something over here if we like. We can have the para, so we can say, we can make an atom actually. Just go, okay, let's make an atom with text in it. So we can say atoms, and we can say para. So let's go here and let's open the para. So this will be the para coming from this. So we will just copy this class as it is because it's pretty much the same. So we will say p and class, whatever class I pass. Actually, you can just say like this, and whatever, sorry, just remove this, and then inside this I can have whatever text I pass, or I can do, I want to have the text rendered in HTML way, so I can just say like this. So whatever text I pass will come over here. So what we will do now is we will go over here and we will say x para, sorry, atoms dot para and text will be equal to this thing. Let's paste it over here. Let's make it readable by breaking it down from the new line, something like this. And let's remove this and let's close this. And one thing we need to do is in our para file of view atoms para, we will need a text. So you can say public $text, and we will have this text equal to $text coming from the constructor over here, $text. Okay, so we have our para section ready. Now what we can do is so this will become our one card. So this is our one card, this is our one section, so this two can become the section in themselves. So okay, let's keep it like this, and then we need to do the same thing for other cards. But before we do this, let's try to render this by saying x organism dot card section. Just let's see if it works correctly. So if I refresh, so everything is as it is without being disturbed. So now let's go again and refactor our other cards. So I'll start from here and do it one by one. It's nothing gonna be different. It's just gonna be the same thing that we did here. So I'll just skip that part so the video is short, and I will just do the refactoring quickly. All right, so we have our organisms completed over here. So this is the card section organism, and this is all the organism we have. So as you could see now, this section over here, this organism, now there are certain links. So let's open one link and it's working well. So these links are there, that's great. But the thing is, we are passing them as a text in our para. So what if we want to pass them like as a slot in our para rather than the text? So what we can do is here in our para, if I go here and if I simply say $slot, sorry, capital $slot, and if I refresh the page again, it works. But the thing is, I need to have some default text. So in that case, what I can do, I can go to my card section and I will just copy this, put the blank text over here, remove this, and here I will say atoms.para, and the text will be blank over there. And here I can say all the slots like just as it is, that then this will be rendered as a slot. And this link, all I can do is I can create this each link as a separate component, like we already have our link tags. So this, and all of this we can just say x atoms.link, and we just need to remove this class. Can just remove it like this. It would be more easy, like VS Code to the rescue to do the bulk edit. So now we have this everything settled, and now if I just remove this space, and now if I just go here, refresh the page, everything is as it is. So we have this anchor tag here, so we'll just remove that in front of envoy over here. Yeah, so now if I refresh again, everything is good. So we have now converted our organism to what it was, so we can do the same thing with the others. So just do it quickly. So let's remove the spaces from here. Okay, I go reload. Okay, so now let's do for the other one, which is the shop, sponsor, and whatnot. So if we go over here, we have this organism, which is this one. So this can be treated as like the footer of this card. So I can say or just create the organism over there, straight blade files. I can go here and say new file, card section footer dot blade dot php. So what I'm gonna do, I'll just copy this one from here and go to this footer section, and now let's quickly replace each of these SVGs and other things with our this one, our icons and our atoms and this. So this will go here. We will have x atoms dot svg card. This will become x atoms dot link, and this will go underline will go from here because we already have an underline. This here we will have x svg atoms dot svg hard. Same thing over here. X atoms dot link. No need of ml1. Oh, sorry, ml1 is required actually. No need of underline. So that's done. And now let's have this as this and this as here and here actually. So this will be x atoms dot para with our here we will pass the text to be blank like this. So now if I go refresh and everything is as it is. So let's, oh sorry, we haven't actually done anything. So let's put organism, of course it will be as it is. So card section footer. And now if I just refresh, it should be as it is, and we have everything as it is without anything disturbed. So if you see, our welcome has become shorter. Actually we can do the same thing for our nav over here. So let's quickly have the molecule for the nav. So sorry, organism actually. So let's, what we could do is like this div is one organism. So yeah, let's do this. So let's go over here, not here actually, over here in the organism, and new file nav.blade.php, and let's go to welcome. Let's copy this code as it is. Let's go here, and now this and this will become x atoms dot link, and rest everything, this underline will go from here, here and here. And what we have to do, we have to just go here and say x organism dot nav. Simple. So we have now our web page being modified into atoms, molecules and organism and combined together to form this web page. So everything is working as we want. So that's all from me. Hope you like this video. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section, or if you find that this can be done a bit differently with the same architecture of atom, please feel free to put it in the comment section. And also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you like this video, give a thumbs up to it. If you feel this is worth sharing, please share with your network. So that's all from me. Till the next video, goodbye.